Go for it.
My project was working with the Cherry Fest committee to make a flyer to advertise for Cherry Fest, but that wasn't easy. I had to kind of think of an idea on my own, and then we went to a Cherry Fest meeting and we presented it to them, and they said that the red looked more like an orange. So we went back and then we changed it. I took it back to them, but then they thought it looked more like a purple, and so we fixed it, and then finally they said it looked like the right red, but then they told us 3 more bands that were coming, so we had to add 3 bands. We took it back. They said it looked good, except one of the bands had canceled, so we had to redo that. And then we took it to them finally, and then they told us that they didn't like the cherries that we had, so we had to fix the cherries. And then after that, we took it, and they said it was good except for the border, so we fixed the border. Then they said it was good, and they needed to have us print them off. So we printed them off on cardstock, which wasn't easy either because it took us 40 times to get it lined up right in the machine printer. And so after we did that, it took a while to cut them because I kept making them not straight, and I kept cutting them weird, and so that happened. And then after that, we got to hang them up around the community, and we got to advertise for Cherry Fest.
Doing a project, and we made a Senior Life Center book, and for me it was just talking with members of the Senior Life Center and finding out their remedies of the past, just listening to their stories and getting to know some of them better. And then from there we placed it into a book, and that way they could sell it or do whatever they wanted to, the members.
Working in the community is different than working with the school, because when you're in school you make a bad grade and you go on with life, but when you work in the community you're put up to certain standards, you have to do certain stuff. And so when we were doing our project and I messed up, and I had to call them and apologize because it wasn't just a bad grade, it was I messed up. So it was changing because it was just, I don't know, it was different.
I believe the first time that I went to Parker Homestead to work and we filmed a few things, I was asking a question, and this guy asked me if I did the commentary for the cross-country live stream. And I thought that was really cool because people were actually recognizing my voice, and it is something that I never thought would happen, and that happened a few times there. So that's when I thought maybe people actually watch it.
Alright, you're good.
So over a few times at the football games this season, we got a few issues, and it was funny because right when that occurred, me and Mr. Blake both got text about it from just different people watching it, students or just people that were saying how they couldn't see, it was just black screen or audio issues, and it was just cool because people were actually watching it live and they could just text us, and it was just really cool. So one day, one of our centers, Eli Hill, he had to have surgery, and I thought it was really cool because the day of surgery, after surgery, he woke up and was wanting to watch the live stream to watch his friends play against Midland, which was a really important conference game.
In meetings with the mayor, I've sat down and talked to him about how we needed to update our park, and I've been working with Wayne at the Win Progress newspaper to get him photos of our basketball games to put in there. So working with the newspapers pushed me more because I'm used to being with teachers and they're just hanging my work up, but since I'm with newspaper, my work's getting published and people are seeing it.
We talked to a woman named Joan Ball. She's head of the food pantry, and she gave us the idea of doing a hygiene hutch where kids who can't afford hygiene products, we can give it to them. Instead of sitting at home, we made a little pantry for it.
We called people, and a local dentist office helped us with getting us toothpaste and toothbrushes, and Hayes Food Town also helped us with a lot of stuff with female products and stuff like that. anything you can really think of for hygiene.
Working with Arkansas Game and Fish Commission with Mr. J.P. Fairhead on creating an ArcGIS map with putting the hog population into the map over the past couple years. And Mr. Fairhead has gave me some papers and information only for maybe about only 1 month or 1 year.
I'm working on a sign for the Cherry Valley Food Pantry because their sign was really small and hard to see from the road, so we're going to make it bigger to help people see where their food pantry is.
So I feel that because we are in such a smaller community that we need to make a bigger sign for the food pantry because they are such a big part of our community, and their sign is very small. And so if we make a more visible sign, then more people can get what they need from the food pantry.
With the Smithsonian museums on Main Street for the way we worked, and I'm doing it with the Parker Pioneer Homestead to create like an interactive tour of the different exhibits and stuff so that the elementary students that come there to go on field trips can take back something into the classroom, and so that the teachers have like something that they can do like lesson reviews with. And in the videos it's going to have just like basically the information about the exhibit, just something that they can keep with them.
I got my project idea from an event that happened in a nearby city where a woman had lost her children right at birth, and she was so lost with grief that she didn't really know what to do, so she just kind of abandoned them on the side of the road. And when I heard about that, I was like, how does one talk to other people about this, and how do they go on with that? And so I got to researching, and I found Share Hope, which is through NEA Baptist Charitable Foundation, that deals with child and infant loss. And they help families that lose a child at birth or right after birth. Started a series of promo videos for them, and it's all about some of their events that they have.
I'm making a video for the Delta College Attainment Network, and it is about the gathering they do every year called Networking Night, and it's where students can talk to professionals about what they're interested in, and we're trying to make a promotional video for that. So they can want to use this video to reach out to people, professionals who want to come to Networking Night, and who to get them to come and talk to people